guys, what's up? My name is Becca and I'm here with my disappointing reads of 2018. I did not plan on filming this video today. I wasn't planning on filming it until the very beginning of 2019, but here we are and I'm filming it now. And this isn't the only video I'm filming right now. I'm like scrambling to try to get all of these in. It's not that early, and it's pretty late in the afternoon, and I'm trying to do this while I still have light. And I just realized that I am getting rid of a whole bunch of books again. You know how that goes with me. I can't. Once I get in the unhaul mood, I just unhaul. I just unhaul. So here we are. So while I still have a chunk of books that were disappointing to me, before I get rid of them, I wanted to share them with you while I could still hold them up. I don't have all of them because I have been unhauling since the beginning of the year. I don't know how many unhaul videos I've had since, well, this year, but I think there's quite a few. Yeah. I just unhaul any books that I don't necessarily love. Like, I've explained this before, but the only books that I keep on my shelves are ones that I've read and absolutely loved. They at least have like a 4 to 5 stars. But it's not just that. It's not just the fact that I like love a book and it's staying. It's I need to know, without a doubt, I will pick you back up. I will reread you because I'm a big rereader and I love rereading books. And if I don't feel like I'm ever going to touch you again, I'm going to get rid of you. It just, I don't have room on my shelves to keep books that I don't think I'm ever going to pick up again. There is one other that I might end up adding to the unhaul, because the unhaul is next. But I'm like really hesitant about putting it in here, but I'm also like, it might go. You'll see that in the unhaul if I actually do it. I'm not going to do it now, and I'm not going to talk about it now. Yeah, here's my list. You can't see that. That's my list of disappointing reads. There's over 20. Like I think I mentioned, I'm not entirely sure if I mentioned this or not. This is the second take I've been trying to make. I've read 162 books, I think. I think that's where I'm at right now. So far, this is December 7th. It's the 7th. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting rid of books. So I need to do my disappointing reads now. I've also got 2 other videos I have to make. One of them is the unhaul. Oh my god. But yeah, I don't have all of the books on this list because I have been unhauling books since the beginning of the year. And if I didn't like you, well, you're gone. But yeah, the only books I keep on are rereads, or at least books that I plan on reread, or unread books that I know I want to pick up. If I'm hesitant on picking those up, they're gone. There's still a couple that might be hesitant right now, but it could just be like, I'm not in the mood. That could be. So I'm still keeping those. I think there's like 1 in this unhaul that I haven't yet read. So. Okay, let's just get to the disappointing reads before I just not talk about these, because I'm not going to go into any detail about these. There's too many to even talk about them. I've done no research either. Yeah. I don't remember the star ratings for all of them. I could tell you the 1-star book, but they're all like 1 to 3 stars for sure. Yeah, they're like 1 to 3 stars, pretty sure. Okay, and not all of them were like really bad. I might have mentioned that I liked it, but I might have hyped it up so much that I was very disappointed by what I got. So they're still on this list, even if they were decent. They're still on this list. First, yeah, let's go through a lot of the books that I don't have copies of. First up is Zenith by Sasha Alsberg. Yeah. I think that was my first disappointing read, too. of the year. That was kind of disappointing. I think I read that January or February, right? Something like that. And yeah, I didn't like. I think I gave that 2 stars, maybe. And I went to the signing and everything. Me and my best friend both went and met her, and it's Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings, and we met them both. We went to the book signing, got it signed and everything, and we didn't like it. I think my friend still has her copy because it is personalized and everything, but I couldn't stand keeping it, and I'm not going to pick up the sequel. Next up is Sabriel by Garth Nix. I still have the sequel for that. I might pick that up because I don't think it takes place after. I think it's like hundreds of years before, maybe, or it's like hundreds of years after. I'm not entirely sure. I just know that it doesn't really have anything to do with the first book, so I'll give that one a shot. But Sabriel, I was just like, people like this? It was just, eh. Okay, Meet Cute, which I think was edited by, is it Jennifer Larmentrout? I think it's an anthology. I'm not the biggest fan of anthologies, so that's on here. Oh god. Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Coulthurst. I forgot that I read that this year. I hated that book. It was like 2 stars. It's supposed to be an LGBT representation of a fantasy, which like never happens. It's about a princess falling in love with another princess in a fantasy, which is freaking awesome, and it was awful and I hated it. I'm sorry. Next was Everless. I wanted more from it. Oh, who wrote this? Everless by, oh god, I forgot the author. Like I said, I don't have it anymore. I know the sequel's coming up for that soon, but I wanted more from it. It was still decent throughout, but like that ending was just like, what the hell? But Flame in the Mist by Renee Ahdieh. Oh god, that sucked. 2 stars. I really enjoyed her duology of the Wrath and the Dawn duology. I thought that was really great, but Flame in the Mist was just awful. Crown of Wishes by Roshani Chokshi, which is like the sequel to A Star Touch Queen. It's a companion to A Star Touch Queen. I loved A Star Touch Queen, and Crown of Wishes was just not that great. The Hazelwood, I'm blanking on this author too. Yeah, I'm blanking. The Hazelwood is like this fairy tale. It's a book about, it's not a book about fairy tales. It's but it's got like fairy tales embedded in the story. I'm sorry. Yeah, the first half was really great. The second half sucked. I really didn't care for the last half, so I really didn't like the book. Oh god. One that I actually own. Yeah. This one is one of my most saddest books that I didn't love. I was just so upset that I didn't love this book. This is the third book that Becky Albertelli has written. This is the sequel to Simon and the, Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. And I loved that book, and I loved the upside of Unrequited. I loved both of those books so much, but this one just pissed me off through most of it. I did not like Leah at all as a character. She was a great side character, but as a main character, she's just so negative, and I just could not stand reading her story. And yeah, I liked the outcome of the relationship that ended up happening in this. I'm not going to spoil you for what that is. I did like the outcome of what happened, but I don't feel like I got enough of it, and this just, yeah. I was so upset about that. Another book that I actually own, if I can find it. Where are you? Here it is. I Believe in a Thing Called Love by Maureen Gu. This is about K-pop. It's about a girl who follows K-pop, what's it called? She watches a whole bunch of K-pop, and then she like follows like the K-pop structure and tries to get this guy, and it just, wow. I thought this was going to be really cute, and instead I was just so pissed off at the lengths she took, and I was just like, I would have just, no. No. Next is Emergency Contact. Also blanking on this author. What the hell is wrong with me? No, I really didn't like that. The romance in that sucked. The characters sucked. Everything just was not great, and I didn't like it. Gone Rogue by Marissa Meyer. Oh my god. This is the sequel to, what was it called? Is it Wires to Nerve? Is that the first book? Or is that just a series name? Now I can't think. But it's the graphic novel duology following Aiko from the Lunar Chronicle series. And I really liked the first one, but the second one just really sucked compared to it. This one, From Twinkle with Love by Sandhya Menon. I loved When Dimple Met Rishi. I loved that book. But this one just pissed me off. I hated the main character and the lengths she took. Her reasoning for a lot of things was just stupid, and sorry. I keep having my controller over here, and I'm about to, like, press on a video or something. I still have my PlayStation on because I was watching videos before making these. I blame BookTube for this. No, I don't. Okay. The only one I know that I gave 1 star is this. Beauty and the Beast. Don't care who it's from, but this is illustrated by Minalima. This is by Gabrielle Suzanne Barbeau de Villeneuve. Yeah, this sucked. I gave it 1 star. This was awful. I can't believe, like, all of the adaptations are amazing, but this was just shit, and I'm sorry. No, I hated that thing. Oh my god, I was so pissed off that I read that. I read it in like a day, too, and it was just awful. Next up is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. Don't know why so many people love it. I'm sorry, but I was just not a massive fan of it. The romance sucked. Whatever you got of it, like that little itty bit that you got of it. The fantasy I just don't believe was good. No offense, and I just didn't click with it. I know a lot of people love it, and that's great. I'm glad that you loved it. I can't stand it. My So-Called Bollywood Life by another author I'm blanking on. Oh, Sharma? Nisha Sharma? I don't know. Am I right? I don't even know. But yeah, My So-Called Bollywood Life. Again, I was pissed off at, I think the main character's name is Winnie. I cannot believe that I'm remembering the main character's name. But I remember hating her. And she's using Bollywood as, like, an excuse. She was using, like, Bollywood references in everything. And I just was like, okay, I get it. You watch a lot of Bollywood. Do you need to reference Bollywood to every single little situation that you have? Because it's annoying now. So, yeah, no. Shadow Scale by Rachel Hartman, the sequel to Serafina. I loved Serafina. I thought it was great. I read that a while ago, like when it first came out in 2012. And I never picked up Shadow Scale when that came out. But finally I did this year, and I just didn't like it. It wasn't bad, like it was decent. But it was a lot like with Iona, or with Eon and Iona. Eon was amazing and I loved Eon, but Iona just paled in comparison. It's the same thing with this. And it was the same thing with Stardust Queen of Crown of Wishes. Like, sometimes sequels just pale in comparison to the first book. And I hate that, but I just didn't like it. I didn't like the romance, and I just didn't feel like I got enough of it. Oh god, here's a few that I really, really hated. Crazy Rich Asians, which is another 1 star. Now I'm remembering, I gave that 1 star. That was shit. I loved the movie. Crazy Rich Asians, who's the author? Blanking again. Can you see a theme? If I don't have it in front of me, I'm just gonna blank about it. I can't remember. But yeah, Kevin Kwan. Okay. Crazy Rich Asians. I loved the movie, but the book was shit, and I'm sorry. It was just a whole bunch of, like, characters that I did not care about whatsoever, and in the movie it was done, like, you got a little snippet of these characters that I don't care about, but it didn't really matter because we still got the main characters more than anything. But in the book, I feel like the main characters is just a small part where all the other side characters are like the book, and I felt like that was stupid. No offense, I know it's not supposed to just be about them, but come on. They're the main characters, right? Okay, next is Sea Witch by another author I'm blanking on. I thought this was gonna be good, but instead I was just pissed off. It just wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. It was supposed to be like a Sea Witch retelling. Not exactly an Ursula retelling, but like, you know, a take on the Sea Witch, which I thought was going to be fantastic. I mean, it's not something I've ever seen before. No one really talks about the Sea Witch as much as, like, the Little Mermaid. Like, everybody wants to do retellings on the Little Mermaid, but not on the Sea Witch. So I thought this was going to be great. And instead I felt like I was really massively disappointed in it, and I didn't like it. I think I really liked the very end when she's the villain. Just when she's the villain. I hated everything leading up to it, though. Heart of Thorns by Brie Barton. I can remember that one. What can I say? I really liked everything leading up to the end. I was massively pissed off at the ending. Yeah. Sword and Verse by another author I'm blanking on. Don't care. I hated this book. I read this. My brother picked it from my physical TBR. So I had to read it 1 month, and I can't remember what month it was. Was it September? Not entirely sure. But yeah, it was awful. And I know there's a sequel, and I don't care, because I'm never touching that thing again. Okay, so now we just have the rest of the books that I own. So, okay. Good. I feel like everything around me is dropping. Yeah, so we have A Very Large Expansive Sea by Tara Mafi. I liked everything but the romance. Again, I really read things for the romance. I really enjoyed the message in this book, but the romance just suffered in here, in my opinion. I really liked the main character and stuff, but yeah, it was disappointing. I wanted more of the romance and I didn't get it. Wind Witch by Susan Dennard. Again, a sequel that I was massively disappointed in. This is a sequel to Truth Witch. I didn't like this. I liked Truth Witch. I can't say I loved Truth Witch. I thought it was decent, like it was good, but this one just wasn't. And I think I gave this like 3 stars. It was just eh. Okay, the last 3. Save the Day by Morgan Matson. I wanted this to be better. I bought this literally the day it came out. I got the signed first edition. Where are you? Here it is. And like, I literally went out of my way to get this, and I didn't love it. This is about a wedding, and everything goes wrong, and it's just like, there's way too many insane situations, and I just don't believe most of them. Like, I can believe some of it, but I can't believe all of it. And yeah, I was disappointed. Okay, last 2. One that I thought was okay, and I would definitely be continuing on the series. The other one I thought was shit. 3 Dark Crowns by Kendra Blake. I thought this was okay. I gave this like 3 stars, I think. It was definitely a setup for the rest of the series, and everyone has the same thoughts on this pretty much. This is just an alright book that sets up for the rest of the series. That in the second book, I hear, gets much better. I don't necessarily have a favorite queen yet. I don't have one that I'd be rooting for, but we'll see. I kind of going back and forth with 2 of them. There's one that I don't necessarily care if she lives or dies. We'll see though, because it might be swayed in the second book. I don't know. I might be swayed to liking that character now. But in this one, I just don't care about that character. I thought she was one of the worst characters. But the other two, who knows? I might really, I might have a favorite in the second book. I'm definitely going to be continuing out. And the last, final book is The Wicked Deep by Sharon Shaw. This is Julie from Pages and Pens, one of her favorite books of the year, and I hated this. I saw this on my friend's wish list, or Amazon wish list, when I was picking out things to get her for Christmas, and I literally called her and said, take it off. Take it off. Because here's the thing, we like the same books, pretty much. Anything she likes, I like, and everything I like, she likes. Not always, but pretty much. And we both have the same taste in, like, romance and characters and all of that. So if I know for a fact she won't like it, I tell her to her face, you won't like it, don't get it. And I don't want her to waste her money on a book that I know she's just not gonna like. So yeah, I'm just like, look, you're not gonna like it. Just take it off. So yeah, I'm done. That's it. Oh my god, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't the greatest. I know it was kind of rushed, and it's definitely early in the month, and I might find another book that I absolutely hated. But I don't foresee it happening if I don't necessarily like a book. I'm just gonna stop reading it. I'm not gonna force myself to read, you know, any more books that I'm not liking. Yeah, so I'm gonna try really hard not to read a book that I don't like, so it doesn't, yeah. So I don't have another book that could have won in this video. But yeah, I'm done. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye.